Oh man. Okay, so Mamdani, he just won the primary, Democratic primary for mayor in New York City. I'm not from New York. I'm actually closer to Chicago. I live in Illinois. But anyway, this guy is like AOC in the man's form, or worse, I would say. His name is Zoran Mondani. So you can see, if you're from New York area, you know who he is. If you're on TikTok and from New York, you're probably been targeted by his ads and everything, like, because they spend a lot of money on that, and that's why probably he won, because majority of his the voter that want him to win are the young people in college graduate or in college. Because of this socialist mentality that this guy is putting out there. It sounds good, like free healthcare, free grocery stores, tax the rich. I don't know how he is going to interpret, or what's his definition of rich, you know. But if I'm a rich person or company in New York City, if I can get out of there, that's a probably I'm gonna be doing. So this is the guy, but as a Democrat, he's running for a Democrat, socialist Democrat, actually. So this guy's on the left. He's on the left of Bernie. He's on the left of AOC. Yeah, maybe him and AOC go hand in hand when it comes to this policies and that they're trying to put out there. So anyway, and it's probably is gonna get him elected because of it sounds good, like I said. Look at what happened in Chicago. Laura Lightfoot is, she's a moderate, I would say moderate lefty. She's not a liberal by any means. She's a lefty, but they were Chicago like tired of her policy and all of that stuff, and so what did they do? They voted they voted in a mayor that is left to Lori Lightfoot, and look at what happened and what happening in Chicago. You know. Anyway, so this guy apparently got caught, just like what some of the Democrats were doing back then, like Hillary Clinton and all of that. Was this good at that? Hillary Clinton was really good at that, changing their accents. The Kamala Harris, it was really good at that. But let's listen in.
Different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's
But they go to local bodega. It's like because he was talking to a Middle Eastern person.
real and one that's affected?
Zoran Mamdani is a bad dude, and I am telling you, if you are Jewish, because it starts with the Jews, but if you're anyone that is a freedom-loving person that wants law and order and doesn't want the ever-encroaching state and nonstop mob violence, you will have to leave New York City if this guy becomes mayor. Here he is talking about how Muslims belong in City Hall.
Alhamdulillah, there are 1 million Muslims in this city. 200,000 of us are registered to vote as Democrats. In the last election, only 7% of us voted. Now, I will not blame anyone because often it feels like there isn't much to vote for. But this June 24th, with early voting starting tomorrow, it is an opportunity. An opportunity for us to show that Muslims don't just belong in New York City, we also belong in City Hall.
Okay. To some extent, he's not wrong. I believe that any law-abiding legal citizen of the United States can hold any office that is possible. Now, his political beliefs are quite horrible, and it's not just as it pertains to Hamas and everything else. He wants to take over rent control from private people who are renting apartments. He's
actually advocating for freezing rents. So, there was so a lot of people. That clapping about that. I mean, it's like, I pay mortgage. Would it be nice if you freeze my mortgage for like maybe a couple months? But then again, there's always that's not free because there's things like that. Sometimes they'll pause your rent, but you still have to catch up. It's just like he's giving you a opportunity to pause, maybe save up, and then you're gonna have to catch up again.
He's a socialist. He's a self-described democratic socialist. And as you know, they only say democratic socialist until they drop the Democrat part, and then they are just socialists. But everything about this guy is this ridiculously pandering, curated facade of a person. It's the same thing as AOC. Why is it that all the Democrats, and Kamala did this, and Obama used to do it, they all have different fake accents depending on who they're talking to. Here is Zoran being confronted on his use of fake accents. This is actually hilarious. Go.
Because I think that New Yorkers, more than they hate a politician they disagree with, they hate a politician they can't trust.
On the subject of trust, you've adopted different speaking accents in different scenarios.
But they go to their local bodega.
Is there one that's
But
real
they go
and one
look
that's
like bodega.
affected?
What I would say is, as any immigrant knows, having been born in Kampala, Uganda, and then raised in South Africa.
That guy came to United States when he was like, what, 7, 8, something like that?
And moving here when I'm 7 years old.
Seven.
There are different parts of my life.
Worldwide tour is a worldwide tour is a worldwide tour.
Mamdani was talking about a worldwide press tour back when he was a rapper.
Bring the flavor to the fish, bring the flavor to the rice.
Oh my goodness.
In a Disney movie directed by his mother.
Nepotism and hard work goes a long way. Here in New York City, this is how I speak, this is how I am.
Do you believe in the First Amendment, Tom Homan?
Deeply
Oh my goodness.
inauthentic, pure radical, fake accent. You know, it's funny when the
Fake.
India-Pakistan thing was happening a couple weeks ago. I was doing the Indian accent a couple of times, but I was doing it to illustrate a point and be funny in a situation that maybe wasn't so funny. I wasn't pretending that's the way I speak, so it would identify with more Indian viewers. And we do have a lot of Indian viewers. I think the 4th biggest country of our viewership is Indian.
It's so funny, man. Yeah, so that's what Zoran, 33 years old, man. He's pretty young. Just like they just kind of elevated him to be the prominent Democratic front runner. So yeah, you're gonna hear a lot about him in this upcoming elections in November, actually in New York City. So the incumbent. The mayor that he's going to go against would be the current New York City mayor, which is Eric Adams, which switched to independent. He used to be a Democrat. Well, he ran and won, I think, on a Democratic Party. But now he's running as an independent because Democrat is after him now. So that's what's going on there. So I don't know. According to the polls, that's head-to-head with Zoran is actually leading him. So yeah. So Eric Adams, man, Eric Adams, no conservative either. So yeah, they all deserve those people there. So anyway, until next time, keep it here.